Hello and welcome to the teacher section of domyreports.com. You can download and read the quick guide to the application in Word or Adobe PDF formats from the login page, or you can just follow this video if you prefer. If you are using Google Chrome, and we recommend you do, then you can install the Grammarly Grammar Checker. You should create an account with Grammarly to get the additional online functionality. This is a free online tool. There are links to installation instructions for Google Chrome and Adobe Reader on the quick guide which you can download here. If your administrator has imported the student information from your school administration system, then you should be ready to start. If the students have not been imported, then you should add them manually under the Edit Students menu tab. To add students manually, select the Edit Students menu tab. Select Add. Input the student name, known in the school as, gender and year. If you leave the year as 0, then it will not appear on the front of the report. You can leave known as, blank if the student does not have an alias, or alternate name. If you are entering multiple students, use Save and New button when saving. This will prevent returning to the previous screen and allow quicker data entry. To display the progress of your class at any point, select the Class Progress menu tab. Select the Load Class Progress button. This is an overview of the class progress. Red means data has not been entered and green means there has. This is a guide only, and green does not necessarily mean the subject is complete. Now you are ready to do your reports. Select Do My Reports from the tab menu. Select your class from the drop-down menu. Please read the time-saving tips. These are very important and will help you complete your report writing quicker and more efficiently. Now click Go. The information panel below the menu tells you which class you are reporting on. For the purpose of this tutorial, we have used just 3 subjects. If you are using an iPad or iPhone or even a small screen device, and require more room, then you can close this information banner by clicking Close. You will firstly need to select a student and subject. You can scroll through the pupils and subjects by using the Next and Previous buttons, or you can select them from the drop-down list. You can scroll through the entire class for a given subject or scroll through all subjects for a given student. When you have selected a student and subject, you will see the main data entry screen. If you have installed the Grammar Checker, you will see a small green circle which checks grammar and spelling as you type. If there is an error, then it will be highlighted. Hover your cursor over the mistake for corrections. For more advanced features of this Grammar Checker, you should create an account. It is free to join. The word processor contains the basic word processing functions and include headings, color, bold, italic, underline, lists and tab indents, full screen and undo. If you are using a small screen to enter data, then you can hide all of the features here and just leave the data entry screen visible by selecting the full screen icon. You can toggle back and forth. This is useful on iPhone and iPads. The subject data automatically gets saved as you scroll back and forward through the subjects and pupils. Important. When you have finished entering your reports for the day, it is important to select the Save button to ensure that the last subject is saved, as you may not naturally click the Previous and Next buttons when logging out. You can preview your report for this student at any time by clicking the Preview Report button under the text editor. This is just a graphical representation of the report and is not printable. Use it as a guide. You can quickly see the status of this student's subjects and word count by clicking the Student Status button. Use this as a guide. A great way of saving time is using the Replace Name button. If you want to copy a student's subject data to another student, then this feature is important. It does not matter if the target student is male or female. Highlight the subject data to be copied, right-click the mouse button. Select Copy for the menu. Now, go to the student you want to replicate this subject information for. Right-click your mouse button in the body of the word processor and click Paste. In this example I have Arthur's numeracy data in Claire's numeracy data. So, we need to replace the name Arthur with Claire and respective pronouns. Click Replace Name. Type Arthur into the box. Click Replace Student Name button. You will see that the name and pronouns have been replaced. This is a big time-saving utility. If your administration has set a minimum and maximum number of words for a given subject, you will see a status bar below the text editor. If the bar is red, then you have not reached the minimum number of words. When it turns green, you have reached the minimum number of words. If it turns red again, you have reached the maximum number of words for this subject. Now, the final part of the data entry screens is the comment bank. If your administrator has allowed the use of the comment bank in teachers' own comments, then you can select predefined comments for subjects, or alternatively you can type your own for use throughout your reporting writing. First, click on the comment bank and select the subject you require comments for. From here, you can drill down to find an appropriate comment or comments for your report. When you find a comment, click on it and it will appear in the text editor. The name and pronouns will match the pupil. You can also add your own comments in the box provided. Always use masculine singular pronouns like he, himself, his. They will automatically change if the student is female. Never use the student's name here, as you may want to use your comment for other pupils. Once you have entered your comment or text, click the Add Comment button below the box. You can now click this comment and it will appear in the editor. This comment will be available for all students under that subject. Your own comments will appear as light blue and you can delete them when they are no longer needed. The last thing on this screen is the Edit Student button next to the student name at the top of the screen. If you notice an error in the student name, you can correct it from here. This is very useful when the reports are being proofread at the end of the year. Just click Edit Student button and when you type in the correct name, select Update. That concludes the tutorial on the data entry for your reports. Always be sure to save your work before exiting this screen. If you are using the Pupil Attendance and Punctuality function, then select the Pupil Attendance menu tab. Select the class. You can scroll through the pupils and quickly select the attendance and punctuality options appropriate to the student, and you can add a comment if necessary. The comment will appear on the final report. There is very little typing required to complete this section. Do click the Update Attendance each time to save the record. Finally, it's time to print the reports. Select the Print Reports menu tab. You can add the support teachers' names here if other teachers have contributed to the report. They will appear on the front page of the report along with the main teacher's name. You can select single, multiple or all pupils for printing. The report is spooled into an individual file and is downloaded to your Downloads folder on your browser. Printing times will vary based on your internet connection speed, but typically, if you are printing an entire class, it can take from 3 to 5 minutes to generate the printable document. This concludes the tutorial. If you have any questions, please use the chat facility on the left of the screen. It's the green tab. Alternatively, you can use the contact details listed on the website for any help needed. Thank you.